She's a composer, a lyricist, a singer, and all in all a power-packed performer. Do you know whom I am speaking about? Hi, this is Dharitri Ganguly on Indulge podcast, and today I have with us none other than Shalmali Kholgade. Hi Shalmali, welcome to Indulge podcast.
Thank you.
And again, welcome to Calcutta.
Yes.
How do you like the city?
I have been in love with Calcutta for many years now.
Right.
And more so now since I've met many beautiful Bengali people who are from Calcutta in Mumbai.
Okay.
So my latest reason why I love Calcutta is because two of my closest friends who are in my band, one is the director of choreography, Dev Narayan Gupta is from Calcutta.
Okay.
And one of my key dancers, Priya Roy, is also from Calcutta. So they are always doing Bengali in our band, talking in Bengali, and it's just amazing to see the kind of talent and energy that they bring, which is from where they come from. So,
and what are the tricks they are teaching you?
They're teaching me a little bit of Bengali, I think, but I think they have a way of visualizing things. Like they're really good at creation.
So because you were telling about your choreography team and you have a team of dancers, so how is it important is your team of dancers for you on stage? Because you are a regular performer on stage, live performance.
Yes, I wouldn't say that having dancers on stage is important for everyone, which I feel like is beginning to happen. Like everybody has dancers on their show. For me, I started doing this a good 6 years back now, because I always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to sing and dance on stage and put up a show. If they're seeing me in person, then I should bring more than just my voice to the table. So I wanted to always do a choreography or interact in a certain way. So for me, having a good team of dancers that is not just doing a job. Like the kind of culture that we have in our band, it's people are willing to rehearse long hours, come every day and just be at it like it's their show. And that's how I've always wanted it to be, that ownership that everyone who's part of the band feels is so important.
And also for you, it's your original music going big.
Yes.
Right? For some time now,
yes.
I would say. So was it a very conscious decision to put all your effort and time only to original music?
Definitely. In fact, it was always written in my naseeb that I have to write my own music, because that was my calling always.
Okay.
To not only be dependent on another to write a song for me that I could then lend my voice to, which is what typically happens in a film. But I've always wanted to write my own songs, and the situation was such during COVID that there weren't those many films getting made. So it was like the most appropriate situation for me to then pick up a pen, pick up my guitar, sit at the piano and start composing and writing my own music. And it just very naturally became the thing that I focused on. And I started finding a lot of joy in doing that. It made me feel more alive. It made me feel more musician than I was feeling when I was just singing. When I was getting called to studios and I would walk in and learn the song and sing, and everyone would be like, wow, kya baat hai, very nice, maza aa gaya. And you would feel good. It feels great in that moment, and it feels great when that song releases and then you see it bade parde par and there's all this dancing happening and big heroines dancing. But somewhere, me as an individual, I wasn't satisfied with that. Right. It's when I wrote music that not too many people know, but was my own. Right. Is when I felt, yes, this is what I want to do more of.
Okay, so are you doing playback right now, or have you taken a break?
There's no need to take a break from playback. Playback is a very different railway line.
Okay.
In Mumbai, we have 3 railway lines.
Yes.
Central, Western and Harbour line. Western line is playback.
Okay.
And then maybe my Harbour line, I want to write for other people as well. I want to write music for other people. Right. I don't want to be the one singing everything that I write.
So what's your process of creating a song?
Well, ideally, this is my practice right now, that I just sit and like force a song out of me, but I haven't reached that stage yet. Right now, all the music that I've been able to write has come from a very, very emotional space. Like I have to feel a very strong emotion. It could be anger, or it could be sadness, or it could be like a lot of love. But it needs to be an emotion that I can write a lot about. And when I feel that, and it could arise because of an incident that happened that really like put me off, and then I'll just sit and write paragraphs and pages of whatever I'm feeling. And as I write that, sometimes in the writing you find a word that you find like has a sonic quality to it, or a phrase that sounds like a line in a song. Then you take that line and you go over to the next page, write that, and see if you can build on that line. But for me, the song writing process has often started with the writing, the lyric versus a melody.
Right.
I have been in a position where I've started writing a melody, and then I said, I love this melody, now let me put a lyric against it. And it hasn't really worked out. Because I find that even though a melody can invoke a feeling, if that feeling is not crystal clear, then it's hard to define what you're writing about.
So now your Riyaz schedule also has bits of writing and not just singing.
In fact, I was in the flight with Veerdas this morning, and
nice.
I'm such a huge fan, and I'm just like fully fangirling this morning. And I was telling him the same thing, that I've started allotting 3 hours during the day where I'll do riyaz, like Gane ka riyaz. 1 hour to write and 1 hour to dance. And I want each of them to have the same importance in my life.
Right.
So I need to work on them every day like school. But it's so hard to put a clock and sit in one place now and not get distracted.
Yes.
And that's where I'm struggling at this point. But yes, my riyaz is now again three-way riyaz.
So your mom is a musician.
Yes.
So you had like from a very early age you started learning music, I suppose. So you also started dancing.
Yes, I learned Kathak for 7 years.
Okay.
So I think that is the best thing that could have happened to me, because foundation of any kind, whether it's in music, dance, or anywhere, right? Your foundation being strong just helps you build a strong building on top.
Right.
And my Kathak teacher was such a stickler for lines and angles and posture, and even if she's talking, and I used to stand like this when she was talking, just inadvertently. I didn't know I was doing it, and she's like, what is this? But all these things got corrected. These are small things, but being on stage, and maybe you're in an ensemble and you're not singing but you're present on stage, to still be present is a thing to remember and to keep reminding oneself of.
Right.
So I think dancing with a foundation like Kathak that I got from my teacher has really helped solidify my the foundation. Now, one thing that I had to unlearn in my dance world is posture. Like the Kathak posture is very erect. Like in hip hop, it's very
loose
and like
chill and like very casual. Yeah.
And I had to unlearn that and relearn this kind of posture and movement. And I said, okay, we'll get there. Like the whole chest isolation has no. I don't think, I may be wrong, but I never saw it in use in Kathak.
Right.
But when you're doing contemporary dance styles like a hip hop, like a jazz, or just generally non-Indian dance forms, isolation of the chest is important, and it's so hard to isolate the chest. So yeah, we all.
So was singing and being a performer was always on your cards?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah. Oh, I love being on stage.
Okay.
I absolutely thrive on stage.
Okay.
I can never be that person otherwise.
Right.
Like I just switch off once I'm off stage. I'm not that person anymore, and I'm very distinctly another person on stage.
Okay. So what's next in the pipeline? You recently had your India tour.
Yeah.
Like last year. I think it ended in November.
October. Yeah, it was through October.
Okay. Yeah. So any more India tours? New songs coming up?
The India tour was called This Is Me, and it was a club tour. Today in Calcutta, I will be doing my first This Is Me show again, but with a bigger like
open audience.
open audience and a bigger ensemble, like a bigger production.
Okay.
But the idea being the same, that I play my independent music and Bollywood music both together and introduce the audience to who I am over and above the things that they already know about me.
Right.
So this is what is very exciting in 2025. I've wanted to do it. I wasn't finding the opportunity to do it. I have now, and I just want to keep evolving this show and giving the audience a good time and giving myself a good time also, while I'm at it.
So, if I ask you to choose a studio recording and a live performance, you're a live performance.
Yeah. Studio, even when I was recording my album, I was like, when I do this live, and I was like, you first record this, because the people will need to hear the recording, then you can play it live. But for me, hands down, live.
Any collaborations you were looking forward to this year?
This year? Well, a lot is in the works and I really want some to happen, but I don't want to speak prematurely.
Okay.
There's a very nice collaboration in a very different capacity that I am doing with Rajan Batra from the Yellow Diary.
Right.
Previously we did a song together which we sang, but in the lockdown I actually did the music for a Marathi film as a composer.
Yeah.
And there's a song in that Rajan Batra wrote in Hindi.
Okay.
So I'm releasing that soon. So he is the lyricist to my next song.
Okay.
So that friendship is just one of the most unique and beautiful things in my life, where he just says, "Main likhta hu," and writes such beautiful lyrics in a way that it doesn't take away from what was written in Marathi, but is not a literal translation, but it still has the nerve of the song, intact. He's a fantastic collaborator and a friend.
So while scrolling your Instagram, I spotted two things. One, you have a very funky style statement, which I love. So lots of colors and shapes.
Yeah.
So do you like to style yourself that way?
Yeah, I'm a very loose person. Like, as you can see, I'm very baggy. You will not know I'm from size 6, 8 or 10. But that you'll know only on stage. But I love fashion. I love reading about fashion. I love looking up what people are doing, designers. I love collaborating with designers. I get a lot of things. I design myself now. What I want to do on stage, like what I'm
multi-talented person.
I'm just hungry, मेरे को सब करना है. I was like, सिर्फ गाना थोड़ी गाना है, वो तो कर लिया ना अभी. I want to do more with my life. So then sketching for the dancers, think, will you all be able to dance in this, and going and getting tailors and designers to refine it, and going fabric hunting, and this is 4-way stretch, nahi isme lycra hi chalega, and I love it. I love going to workshops and like seeing the farma getting cut, and wow, I just love it. I love fashion. So and I knit myself, so so I knit and crochet, so I love building things that you can see and present to people.
Okay, and the second thing is you giving voiceovers to your own videos. That is something very unique that I noticed.
The birthday one you are talking about?
There was a birthday one and another one I was entering into a shop or something. Something.
Yeah.
That is again very unique because I never saw anyone giving
Diljit is the master of this. Diljit Dosanjh is like the god of voiceover. कैसे देना है अपने video को. He's so too good. So I'm तो एकदम openly saying that he is the master और हम आपके कदमों पर चल रहे हैं.
Okay, another thing is you are a winged eye girly. Is it?
Winged eye? Yeah, I'd say I love snatched and like
cat eye
thing. Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so all the best for your show.
Thank you.
And the whole year. Many more songs I'm sure you will present to us.
Yes.
That was so nice talking to you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Thank you.